The art scene in Chicago is filled with vibrant and diverse pieces of work, and you can find them almost anywhere you look. The DePaul Art Museum in Lincoln Park has a vision of its own, supporting the local Chicago art community. The DePaul Art Museum is open to the public and presents 4 to 9 temporary exhibitions per year. Right now, the museum is featuring a new exhibition called Butchcraft by artist Betsy Odom. Currently working as an instructor at Chicago's Loyola University, Odom has immersed herself in the city's art scene for more than 10 years. She uses her artwork and sculptures as a way to tackle issues and start a conversation.
The difference is really what this work is about. It's about exploring sameness and difference. I connect that to sort of queer identity and this idea of how am I like everybody else, and why is it that I'm different from everybody else, and which side of that do I want to be on?
Inspired by antique malls and garage sales, Odom created an exhibition full of different sized sculptures with various textures, materials, and colors.
My sort of mission here was to explore that idea of letting viewers decide what they're attracted to, and then maybe confront, why is it that I really like this piece, or why is it that I really don't like this piece? Oftentimes when you're viewing art, it's highly curated. So there's one curator who has a vision, and they decide what they like and how that ties into a conversation that they're interested in.
The curator of this exhibition is the director and chief curator of the DePaul Art Museum, Julie Rodriguez-Widholm.
Well, at DePaul Art Museum, we're very committed to what we call expanding the canon. We want there to be a much greater representation of our different communities in Chicago within the museum. And so I felt that there really weren't a lot of exhibitions of lesbian artists that I was seeing in the community, and I thought Betsy's work was really interesting in the way it plays with gender, sexuality, and sports together.
And Odom's exhibit has a definite focus.
Some of the pieces take months and months to make, but each one is sort of kind of fascinated with its own craft, which is sort of where this idea of butchcraft comes in. I'm very into the idea of, butchness, of being proud, of doing things that are more masculine, or being the idea of the masculine woman. And there's a lot of craft techniques and then a lot of references in here that play with that idea.
With venues such as the DePaul Art Museum, artists from diverse backgrounds are able to voice their thoughts on a wide variety of global topics.
The idea of the butch lesbian, I think, is extremely relevant right now because of this conversation about, about gender identity. I'm interested in that space where the butch dyke is not a man or a woman, but still situates herself within the feminine identity. And that causes some discomfort. That makes people uncomfortable for there to be masculine women and to sort of absorb them into what it means to be a woman.
It's an exhibit that will provoke thought, that will lead to differing feelings among many people. For Good Day DePaul, I'm Ariana Kraft.